everybody, I hope you're having a really lovely day. I am recording a very exciting vlog today, possibly my most exciting So Over It vlog to date. There might be more exciting ones, but to date this is a really big one because I am here to announce the release of our brand new, latest My Capsule Wardrobe ebook, The Everyday Edit. So the Everyday Edit is a collection of 6 patterns that all work together to form a lovely capsule wardrobe that you're going to wear every day. They are patterns that are going to work for the office, for casual wear, for the weekend, for the evening, in lots of different fabrics as well. And they are designed to be transitional, but they're going to especially work over the kind of autumn, winter and spring seasons. So you're going to get so much wear out of them. And I have been working on this ebook for at least a year, really. You might have seen me wearing in Instagram posts and things various versions of what we've got on here as they've evolved to become the patterns that they are now. But without further ado, I'm going to introduce the pattern. So, which one should you introduce first? I'm going to start with what's on the end here. So we have the Farley Shacket is the first pattern I'm going to talk about. The Farley Shacket is a layering piece essentially. It comes in a full length and a crop length. You have some beautiful seam details running down the front and the back of the jacket, and also there's pockets here, and also that forms a sort of double entry pocket, and you get a little inside pocket there. It's a really nice layer for those days when you don't know if you need a coat or not, and you can just chuck on this guy and it's just that little bit extra to keep you warm, but obviously it's not too heavy, it's not gonna sort of make you overheated at all. It's perfect in canvases, in denims, things like that. As we've called it a shacket, there is room as well for it to move over into the shirt territory, and I think it could work really well in a lighter weight fabric, more like a chambray is what I want to make it in, and also even lighter, maybe even trying to make it in a viscose fabric for like a summer cover up as well. So my version is in a needle cord. It's lovely and soft, and it's the longer length, and I have been wearing that non-stop. I'd say that's the thing since we've finished working on these samples and since we had the photo shoot. The shacket is the thing that I have reached for almost every day, and I definitely need another one soon. We had Emily's version in another pink here, and we had, this one is Lena's version, so this is obviously the cropped version. It's a little bit shorter, and it really works well in something more structured, so it has that sort of oversized feel. So yes, the shacket is definitely slightly oversized in design. I have tried on Lena's little cropped version, and this is officially 2 sizes too small for me, and I would say it's a little bit too small, but if you do like things a tiny bit more fitted, you could definitely have room to go down 1 size if that's the sort of fit you prefer. But you'll be able to see on me and Lena and Emily how all these patterns fit and sort of how much room there is to make them fit the way that you would like them to fit as well. So that is Farley. Lots of lovely jackety details, flat collar, lovely little half moon collar stand. You've got a cuff with a pleat and binding, and opportunity for gorgeous buttons here, and also a hem facing on the inside. What we made to go with Lena's Farley shacket is a matching pair of trousers. And these trousers are called the Rosemary trousers. I took the opportunity because I think the trousers are the first thing that this sort of ebook evolved from, and in a very diva-ish way I named them after myself. My full name is Rosemary rather than Rosie. Rosie was already taken, but now we have the Rosemary trousers. So we've got 2 versions of the Rosemary trousers. I'm wearing a pair here. This is version 2. So the general differences between the 2 versions of the Rosemary trousers is the fit around the waistband and around the back. So they've both got the same front leg, they've both got slanted pockets, and the construction of this includes a waist stay which is made out of lighter weight material. So I've got a gorgeous viscose in here, a little hidden secret for when I can see the inside of my trousers. On version 2 I've got a flat front waistband here, and then both are elasticated at the back. Version 2 has no darts in the back, So it's a looser fit, and it's designed so it can just be on and off, no other fastenings, very, very quick to sew. They also have an optional turn up at the hem for a little bit of detail. Version 1 is a slightly slimmer fit, still elasticated, so you've still got that comfort and still fully flat fronted, which is just such a nice kind of smart feature. But obviously with the elasticated waist, you're still comfortable as well. So on version 1, the difference is that you're going to have a curved waistband, so it provides sort of a slightly sharper, neater fit across the front, and it also has a gorgeous button placket detail. So we have buttons, I think 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 buttons that run down. You've got a button placket that then opens up. That obviously allows for the fit to be a bit smaller, because then you can get them on and off easily. And those buttons sit sort of inside the pocket here, and it is just the most gorgeous little detail. And I think I don't know, I'll probably say which of my favourites for everything, but my navy trousers with the buttons in the pocket, I think, might be my favourite trousers I've ever worn, just because they're smart, but they have that detail, but they've got the comfort as well. So version 1 officially has a plain hem, but actually the hems, so whether you choose a turn up or a plain hem, and these front waistbands, so whether it's flat or curved, they're interchangeable between the versions. So you can sort of get the fit you want with all the different waistbands and all the different hems as well. The other thing about version 1 actually is it has a dart in the back as well, so you do get just a slightly slimmer fit. It's just slightly neater in style. Version 2 is ever so slightly more casual. So moving on from the Rosemary trousers, maybe onto some tops that might pair with her beautifully. So I am wearing the Astrid top. This is a jersey top. It comes with 3 sleeve lengths, so full length, 3/4 and short. It is a fixed wrap, which is finished with binding, and we have engineered this top so it is so perfectly snug. There is no gaping, there's nothing getting in the way whilst you're moving about and getting on with your day. And the Astrid top is actually version 2 of the Astrid pattern, because first and foremost, Astrid is a bodysuit. So you can make her as a top, as is, that ends just around here, around sort of high hip level, or you can make her as a bodysuit, which makes it just sort of nice, slim fitting, and obviously nothing is ever going to move about. You feel sort of so put together, but yeah, nothing, no fabric's going anywhere, nothing's sort of rocking up whilst you move about. You're just all tucked in, kept together. So the bodysuit opens at the gusset, and it has some snap fastening there, and it has sort of elastic around the waist, how you might do a swimsuit as well. So that's just really snug around the legs, and you'll see from all the pictures that you've got really good coverage around your bum as well. And again, that also comes with the 3 sleeve lengths, and that is patterned for a cotton jersey, a jersey with some lycra in as well. I think it's a good point to say, I should have said it at the start, that this is the first of probably many ebook vlogs, and I know the next one I'm going to talk about very specifically all our samples and what they are made out of, and what works well and what doesn't work well, and sort of where we got our fabric from, and all of those. So there'll be a fabric deep dive. So for this vlog, I'll give you the basics, and if you want to learn more about fabrics, there'll be another one coming very, very soon. So Astrid, then we have the beautifully luxurious Jacinta. So I wanted to add a little bit of extra, but I quite like sort of simple designs, classic designs. We get so over it, very much are into classic, and I wanted a blouse that would show off a fabric that would make you feel luxurious. And it's not about all the bells and whistles, it's about the fabric that you've chosen to make it in, and it's a classic shape for showing off things like that. And that's what Jacinta is. She's a beautifully quite loose fitting blouse. It's neat on the shoulders and then looser around the bust, the waist and the hips. And perfect for viscoses, crepes, silks, luxury things, gorgeous things. You have got a cuff with 2 buttons on that your sleeve gathers into, and there's also some gathering at the shoulder as well. At the back we've got a little sort of keyhole opening that's fixed with a little button at the top, and that is all bound along with the neckline. And the 2 variations in Jacinta is that you have one with a beautiful collar that splits open at the back and at the front. And then you have the version without the collar, which just becomes this very sort of classic, simple design for you to put your fabric onto, if that makes sense. And you'll see from Emily's version that it just shines in a gorgeous fabric. It's just sort of all about letting that scream, and it is definitely for something, if you're saving a small amount of gorgeous fabric, I think that's the one that you're going to want to use it on. So viscoses, crepes, beautiful things like that. It has, for shaping, a little bust dart, and I think that's all the details. Very easy to fit, very quick to sew. With Jacinta, obviously you can wear her with the trousers that I talked about, but you can also wear her under the Clementine pinafore and dress. So Clementine is a pinafore first and foremost. So we have two versions that are sleeveless. Got a version, both versions have a princess seamed bodice, a gently sort of scooped round neckline, and the same at the back. And we worked very hard on this pattern, so it pairs with Jacinta beautifully. So if you are making Jacinta the blouse and Clementine the pinafore, the puff on your Jacinta blouse shoulders is going to match up so perfectly with how the Clementine dress ends just there. They're built to be with each other. So yes, bodice, princess seamed front and back. And then version 1, those princess seams carry on without a waist seam, and we've got some diagonal pockets, and it's a little sort of above the knee, a bit longer than a mini length pinafore style dress with a side zip. And then it also has almost like a waistcoat style fastening at the back, so you can cinch it in a little bit as well. In version 2, you have the same bodice, but you have a longer gathered skirt with a little bit of a slit up the front, just for a little bit of interest in a nice classic gathered skirt. In terms of fabrics, version 1 will take something a bit heavier, so you could use denim. Mine was actually in a sort of medium weight chambray, almost denim but not quite denim. Emily's was in a corduroy. It'll work with canvases and things like that. For version 2 you can opt for lighter things as well. That's why we wanted to have that gathered skirt option. So we've got a needle cord version, and it potentially will work with more sort of spring summery weight fabrics as well. And there's one thing about Clementine that we do want to say, because it is built for layering, so there is ease in there, so it will fit over everything you own. It will fit over your roll neck, your Amy shirt, any other layers that you want to put onto it. There is potential for it to be worn as a sleeveless dress without layers as well, and that's why we've done it with princess seams, so it is going to be so easy to fit. There is a little bit more ease around the bust, under the arms, but if you love the dress and want to wear it as is, then there's lots of talk in the ebook about when you can chuck it on and when you can fit it to make sure that fit is going to be perfect for whether you want it with layers or not. Saying that, it also comes with sleeves. And because most of the changes in the sort of sizing and the style of something that's sleeveless or sleeved is around this area where you kind of, if you're layering it, you need more room. With sleeves, that room fits perfectly. So you'll see from our versions with Emily's got the sample with sleeves on, and it looks gorgeous. I love it. So both versions are available with or without sleeves, and they are finished with facings, so all-in-one facing for the sleeveless version, and a neckline facing for the sleeved version, and also a gorgeous little hem facing, which is such a cute detail for the sleeved version as well. So that is Clementine. Got to see if I'm remembering all these details. So we have done Farley, Rosemary, Clementine, Astrid, Jacinta, and then there's just this big essential part of the ebook to come. So it's the opal coat. The opal coat is quintessential cold weather, gorgeous, sumptuous coat. It's got these huge patch pockets, big lapel, everything's a little bit sort of bigger and exaggerated, but it's not too oversized, it's not too big, it's very carefully thought about. So it is a fully lined coat. In making opal, you're going to be learning so many sort of general coat making skills. It's perfect for things like a boiled wool, so all our samples are in boiled wools. They were gorgeous, and they're going to be so cozy, and they've all got viscose as the lining. So any of your standard sort of coat making fabrics, it's really going to lean into. And obviously we chose these lovely autumnal colours, which just makes it sort of look, that got that jewelled colour, that kind of sumptuous vibe to it, which is lovely. The pockets are fully lined, and you've got a belt for fastening as well. So although it's a coat and it is a bigger project to take on, because there's no fastenings other than a tie, it's just got a really big wrap and a tie around it, it's actually a really great way to get into coat making if this is your first try. So I think that's our 6 patterns. I feel like I might have missed one, but hopefully not. So in terms of level, we've categorised the Astrid bodysuit and the Rosemary trousers as confident beginner. The rest we've done as intermediate, but as always, as we always say, it's really dependent on the fabrics that you use. So if you, for Jacinta perhaps, if you want to try it out first in maybe a really nice lightweight cotton lawn, you want something that's still going to be soft, but a cotton lawn will behave very well. That will make it easier to sew than if you go, hey, I'm going to make it in a silk first time. That's going to be trickier. So there's lots of things you can do if you're more erring on the confident beginner side to use the patterns, and if you're more on the intermediate side, then go to town. They are all ready for you. So I hope you like the look of these patterns. We really wanted to bring you something that would become a part of your life. Feel like, I think this collection started off a lot with me thinking about how when I first started sewing, I made everything bright, colourful, which way, fitted dresses, this, that and the other, and that's not actually what I wear. And it's because sewing has become such an enormous part of my life, I think I wanted to reflect that in this collection, that these are patterns that can be just a part of your life. Like sewing is a part of all of our day-to-day lives now, and I would love for everyone to be reaching for things every day that they've made and that they're proud of, and they might not be jazzy and glittery party dresses, but actually it's what you're wearing when you go to the shops, or it's what you can dress up and make look really, really nice and expensive and wear for a fancy day out as well. There is no rules or restrictions in sewing, and I think we want these patterns to just be a base for your personal style to fit in your wardrobe to be worn every day, and that is the basis of the everyday edit. So, a bit of admin. All of these patterns are available in sizes 6 to 30, as all of our releases are nowadays, and currently it is release week for the everyday edit, which is very exciting, and for the first week there is a discount as well available. Sadly, if that week has passed, if you're watching this from the future, that discount won't be available anymore, but if it is within the first week, there is a discount on the ebook. The other bit of admin I've got to say is, of course, Alma will kill me if I forget, it's the hashtags. So the hashtag for the ebook in general is SOI Everyday Edit, and then you can have a look on the pattern pages, and there's a hashtag for each individual pattern. But if you know the way that we use hashtags, usually it is hashtag SOI and then the name of the pattern as well. We'll have some pattern insiders popping up with their versions as well, and I've got like so many things that I am ready to share. I've got so many photos, and also I've got about 12 million versions in my head that I want to share. So there'll be things popping up on Instagram, of course on our newsletter, and I promise we probably won't stop talking about this for a while. Other than that, we're really excited. We've worked very, very hard on this, and we're really proud of what we've achieved, and we just really hope that you love this collection too. Bye!